Our second essay, A Puzzle to Solve, is from our salutatorian Karen Herwono, a young lady who excels in the classroom. She is a member of our National Honor Society, a National Merit finalist who was recognized this fall by being selected to the All East Concert Band with their clarinet and performed in Pittsburgh representing our community. She will be attending NYU in the fall, majoring in film and television. Ladies and gentlemen, Karen Herwono.
Hi everyone. Thank you all for coming. I'm just going to jump right in. Well, first of all, congratulations to the class of 2019. We finally made it out of high school, and mostly in one piece too. Now that we've been unleashed to wreak havoc on the land, whether by going to college, learning a trade, joining the military, jumping into the workforce, taking a gap year, or whatever your individual plan happens to be, a lot is changing in our lives. This can be an amazing transformation, both for ourselves and the societies we are part of. We see it on a large scale with movements like Me Too and LGBT+ Pride and Black Lives Matter, in which people cast away the shame and fear that have gripped their lives for countless years, raise their voices, and unite across the globe. Of course, the types of changes propelled by these movements can feel puzzling and intimidating, especially if, like the majority of Marshfield, you aren't part of these marginalized groups and don't understand their perspectives. However, it is absolutely crucial for us not only to embrace change, but to become agents of change, because we are the next generation to shape America and the world. So today I'm talking about working on some difficult changes. They will need a whole lot of time. For some of us, they'll mean sacrificing privilege too, but they will be worth it. I'm calling on you as you venture out to open your minds, let down your walls, and embrace the full width of human experience. And if the question of how is a puzzle, then let's start putting its pieces together. We have a tough starting place in Marshfield when it comes to opening our minds, because many of us haven't had to do it while growing up. It's no secret that we lack diversity in our town full of similar backgrounds. When we're raised among people who share their identities with ours, we automatically perceive their limited variation as normal and right. I saw that myself, growing up as a Chinese American immigrant, when others initially labeled me and my family as outsiders, legal aliens if you would, instead of simply humans who shared similar dreams and desires as anyone else. I see it still in the way some people and institutions view gay, non-binary, or transgender people as not valid, both locally and around the world. Yet, when people are willing to widen their perceptions, the winds of change blow open the closed doors of narrow-mindedness. Graduation is a day to celebrate progress, and I truly believe Marshfield makes progress every day. However, each and every one of us has a responsibility to become even more aware of our existing attitudes, examine them carefully, and question their origins. Arbitrary discrimination persists internationally in countless forms. We stand out in this regard not when we continue the trend, but when we toss it out the window. We should not reject or dismiss different experiences and identities merely because we don't understand them. In the end, they really are us too. We just might not realize it yet. To learn how to face the puzzle of giving up our preconceptions, we need to acknowledge how much we don't know about people and often get wrong about them, and that's never fun. I know I hate being wrong, and I hate realizing it. How do you think I got so close to the top of our class? Okay, but in all seriousness, as much as I don't like admitting my mistakes, that's the only way I've learned so much. Defensiveness about our shortcomings or insecurities, and overwhelming fear of the unknown, only build barriers between us and drive us apart. The wall is going to be our downfall, and I'm not referring to the one the president wants to build at the border. This one is far closer to home, and possibly more dangerous, because with every inch that it goes higher, it obscures our faces from one another, and it impairs our ability to communicate and really see each other. Our true potential awakens only when we speak and listen with exposed hearts, and with every beat we will feel what connects us. We do have common ground where it matters most, and no earthquake of any magnitude could ever hope to break it. show empathy to each other, and we will truly have nothing to fear. The final piece to the puzzle of openness is curiosity and the courage to learn from other people. We need to enthusiastically absorb the information that will fill the gaps in our knowledge. We're kind of like a human sponge, except less porous and wet. When you meet someone in your life who has been marginalized in some way, if there's something about that person's experience or identity that you don't understand, try asking respectful and earnest questions as you get to know each other better. Not everyone feels comfortable answering those questions, and that's okay. But that is exactly why an open mind is important. When judgment and exclusion leave the chat, people are far more likely to express themselves with candor and feel secure. Also, don't fall into the trap of believing that once you've heard one story, you've heard them all. We are just people, after all, each with unique lives and voices. When we have the chance to talk to one another, to give everyone their turn, then we'll finally be on a level playing field. All of that in one go might sound scary. Inequality and prejudice are highly pervasive problems that are too insidious to tackle. Alone, that is. Maybe you think that what you do makes no difference, but society doesn't change all at once. Change spreads from person to person. Change starts with individuals, you and me. Math may be my weakest subject, but trust me when I say it's going to add up. Use your powers of advocacy and agency to affirm and protect the rights of marginalized people through law and legislation. Assert that they are a part of us. Ultimately, though, the goal is for us to all see each other as equals. That's something anyone can work on. You're never too young or too old to start changing our community for the better. Lastly, I'm not implying that we all need to think exactly the same way. Quite the opposite. I hope that everyone will secure the freedom of mind that rises from the ashes of arbitrary limitations on humanity and false notions of superiority. The world is ready, but the change begins with us. Expand our diversity of thoughts to fit the wideness of the world we live in.